Hello, and welcome here to Soul Reaver 2, the remastered version for PlayStation 5 that I'm playing on today. Now, something to know about Soul Reaver 2, this is my favourite in the entire Legacy of Kain series, and it's the one that is quite wordy. Like, the dialogue sequences are very meaty and lengthy. There's a lot of lore and plot that's going on, but if you're into it, you're really into it. And I feel like Soul Reaver 2 is the thing, the one that basically just cemented it into the fans essentially, as being a fantastic series that we keep playing over and over and over again. But yeah, without further ado, let's drop into it. And it might seem a bit tame nowadays, but we're about to start off with an 8-minute cutscene essentially, so let's get into it.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never contain such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? As such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine eons ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. Free will is an illusion.
I found the tomb of Kain. How could you profane a priest by turning him into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil?
The Sarafan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are open, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Sarafan were noble, altruistic? Oh, don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where am I? Is the usual question. In your case, when might be more apt.
Very well, you old snake. If you'd prefer I use my bare hands...
This is completely unexpected. This orb disables our vampire enemies, leaving them helpless and incapacitated. Strangely, it seems to have the same effect on that peculiar weapon of yours. But you must believe me. I mean you no harm.
You can drop the benevolent facade, Mobius. I know who and what you are. I should kill you where you stand.
Perhaps you should, my boy. But you don't.
Are you so certain of that, Mobius?
My role as Time Guardian affords me a certain level of omniscience, Raziel. No, you don't kill me. That honor belongs to your maker, Kain, some 30 years from now.
You two are a pair. You're just as fatalistic as he is.
Death comes for us all, Raziel. It's just a matter of time.
How is it that you know my name? We have never met.
On the contrary, Raziel, I know you very well. And it grieves me to see how cruelly Kain has used you. I knew you when you were one of the Sarafan Brotherhood, Raziel. We were even close.
Oh, please.
Fortunately, you need not love me now to be my ally.
Are we within the stronghold of the Sarafan priesthood?
Yes, but the glorious days of the Sarafan have long since passed, I'm afraid. This is a more cynical and indecorous age. My mercenary army now inhabits this stronghold. We strive to honor the memory of the Sarafan with our own humble crusade.
Is this the vampire Vorador?
Yes, the scourge of the Circle, the most depraved and decadent example of his whole degenerate race. He slaughtered 6 of my fellow guardians as they cowered defenseless in this room.
And you somehow survived this massacre?
I and 2 others. The Circle was devastated. Only we 3 were spared.
How convenient. You'll forgive me if I don't naively devour every scrap of information you toss me. You have a reputation for deceit.
And who has slandered me so? Your malefactor, Kain? The one who betrayed and destroyed you? Our common enemy? Consider the source before you judge me too harshly. We'll forget about rekindling our old friendship then. But consider an alliance based on our common ground. We both want Kain dead. I can help you do it.
You don't want to meddle in this, old man. I know all about your sordid little schemes, but you're simply out of your depth on this one.
You underestimate me, Raziel. Let me show you. Even now, Kain is lying in wait for you, unaware that I've snatched you out of the time stream and brought you here to me. See how he lingers at the very pillars he is destined to destroy, foolishly confident that he has eluded your grasp.
The pillars are still standing in this time.
Yes, Raziel. They are the embodiment of the divine force which preserves the life of our world. We who serve the pillars maintain their delicate balance, and Kain is destined to be the fulcrum upon which that balance turns. I believe you have already endured the wasteland wrought by his terrible, selfish decision. Kain's very existence is a cancer upon this world. As long as he lives, all of Nosgoth is in peril. You may never again be human, Raziel. But you can re-embrace the essence of your humanity and the nobility of your Sarafan heritage. Go to him, Raziel, and end this. But first, you will need to find your way out of the stronghold, and in this, I'm afraid I cannot help you. My soldiers will not understand your appearance here. They will try to kill you. You needn't fear them, of course. They're no match for you. Try to keep the casualties to a minimum. But do what you have to do. All great movements require a few martyrs.
Alone now, I surveyed my surroundings and noticed a second time-streaming chamber. Its entrance identical to the first, but with one distinction. That crystal was significant, but how? I had not yet discovered.
Right, Soul Reaver 2, so the controls are a little bit different in this one. First off, you have a block. I don't really use the block, but it's there if you want to block. And then you have your jumps, your glides and all that jazz. First person view mode, and now this is interesting. In the last game, you could just hit, yes, you have two different attacks. You could just hit the, I guess it'd be Y on Xbox and like triangle on PlayStation. To just use kinetic blast. In this one, you have to be in the first person mode to do it, and then, well, you should get a little reticle, but it's not there for some reason. Little glitch, maybe. Anyways, that's your kinetic blast. That is pretty useless, if I'm honest. You got a little like lock onto enemies and sneaky sneak. Obviously, you can crawl. And you've got two attacks. You got like your standard and then I guess heavy. Yes. This room is quite unique to the lore. This is like one of the first rooms in, well, the Southern Stronghold in general is very faithfully remade in the same like textures and like art style as like how it looked in the opening cinematic of Blood Omen 1. So this is the room where Vorador, I mean in that cinematic Vorador killed 4, but chronologically he's killing 6 members of the Circle of 9. There's a little bit of payback for their Seraphim crusades against the vampire race. But they've made these pretty nice, like, kind of terrifying, like, monument memorial paintings of the Guardians that he destroyed. I guess to remember the fact that the vampires are a dangerous scourge. That's a particularly good demonic version of Vorador there. The cutscene's also kind of cute by the fact that when the camera's far away from, obviously Raziel doesn't have a mouth, but when the camera's far away from like characters that do, so like Mobius, say, his lips don't move. That's just of the time, because this game came out in 2001, where HDTVs were not a thing. It's still like the old glass tube analog television sets at the time, really. And then get the souls. Mobius's vampire hunters, because this is Mobius's crusade time. Love that. Combat is okay. It's not the greatest. I'll be the first to admit that. And with situations that is kind of like just like this, like this door's been locked, you have to fight, but mainly throughout this game, you can just run all the way through it. I'm a little psychopath, so I actually do like killing. This giant, like, pike poleaxe is great by the fact that you can just, like, smash them, like, that you, like, just completely launch them. Like that. Let's show off some blocks. Whoa, maybe not that. So, it will block a little bit. You're still going to take damage, but not as much. This massive cleaver sword is, I find, better. You don't drop it when like that. There's no impaling. This is a very unique vampire hunter huntress. Love it. I love that.
Throughout the stronghold, I discovered evidence of my former nobility and my life as a Sarafan priest. This was the heritage so foully stolen from me when Kain raided my sacred crypt and defiled me.
Heads on pikes. There will be tougher enemies, but they all kind of have the basic same attack patterns. Well, the human characters. Just kind of whittling down their healths. I'll take your sword. Another funny detail is there's no real kind of like physics. So if you throw a sword, well, there is, as you can see. You can throw it and it hits a wall, but technically, I think you can just throw it and it should just like continue onwards. Right. Fought well. Damn, I love Raziel. Ah, yep. As I was mentioned before, the glyphs are gone, apart from shift. And constrict is gone as well. That's the Reaver, so you can activate in this menu. You have a map. It's serviceable. It's not particularly too great. You don't really need it, because this game is very linear for a reason. I think they wanted to go for something that was a little bit more like Soul Reaver 1-y, like a kind of semi-open world, like the game will loop around on itself, but development time, you know, they had to make a decision. The decision was kind of like, we need to have like a kind of like go backwards forwards world. You'll see. The shift ability. And you have vampire souls that are, or the vampire for all souls as well, that are the skulls in this game. I think, slight spoiler, I think with demons as well. Alright, so you can shift when you're on one of the portals here, but not anywhere else. Obviously the world kind of warps in the spectral realm. This is a child that I never really understood it. It took me a stupid amount of time to figure out, oh, if you just walk forward and phase through. Like I didn't hold it down. So I was like really stupid as a kid, but if you just hold forward, you phase through.
Away from the influence of Mobius's cursed staff, I could feel the strength of the Soul Reaver slowly returning. If that orb was as debilitating to vampires as it was to the blade, it gave Mobius a powerful advantage over his enemies. I finally understood how Mobius's crusade could decimate the vampires so successfully. If he could immobilize his enemies, they were at his mercy. But why, I wondered? Would the staff have any effect on the Reaver?
Yes, why indeed. Oh, hello.
Prepare to die.
How about you prepare to die? This is getting a bit hot, isn't it? Oh, there you go. You hit me. How dare you? Alright, Soul Reaver 1 rules. If you get hit, the blade is gone. But the blade will be having a bit of a thing happen to it, which is going to be a bit interesting. Because in Soul Reaver 1, when you have the Soul Reaver full health, the Soul Reaver would sustain your health, but that is going to be changing up pretty soon. Anyways, I don't think people like the look of the Reaver in Soul Reaver 2. I actually do like it a lot, but that was because this is the first game that I ever... Oh, does that say... Oh, so it tells you can tap twice to activate and deactivate it. Not in this one, though. Well, in this one, but not right now. That makes sense. Yes.
As I neared the stronghold's inner sanctum, a strange sensation crept over me. An indescribable feeling of displacement, a sense of vertigo, as reality itself appeared to warp and bend around me. The disturbance seemed to emanate from the sanctuary's furthest chapel. As I cautiously approached, the sense of dislocation intensified with each step. So this was the tomb of the beloved King William the Just, beatified here as the martyr and catalyst of Mobius's crusade. I was reminded of Kain's journey as a fledgling vampire, how Mobius coerced him to travel back in history and assassinate William, thus igniting a genocidal hatred of vampires among the citizens of Nosgoth. And here I discovered the source of the displacement. The Soul Reaver itself, laid out like a holy relic, and broken, apparently in the battle between William and Kain. I had not thought such a thing was possible, until, of course, Kain shattered the blade against me when he tried to strike me down. Thus the captive spirit inhabiting the Reaver was released, and binding itself to me, became my symbiotic weapon. And so the Reaver met its former self, still imprisoned in this corporeal shell. I watched, mesmerized, as the wraith blade uncoiled itself and snaked down the length of the physical blade. Embracing its twin, its mirror self, the Reaver's long dormant spirit was now fully aroused, and for the first time, I felt the true presence of this other entity, willful, ravenous, and deranged from thousands of years of imprisonment. The Reaver was now in command, and I, now merely its helpless host, felt my soul being leeched to restore the blade. But the Reaver knew better than to destroy its host, and just as I neared the brink of oblivion, the blade released its hold on me. As I recovered, I realized we were now bound together in a fragile alliance. The Reaver no longer merely my symbiotic weapon, but a sentient parasite competing for control.
What have you done to me, Mobius? Is this your trap?
How mine? Don't forget it was Kain who led you here, not I. While you curse me, the only soul in Nosgoth ready to guide and assist you, Kain laughs at our folly and revels in your dismay.
These blades, now coiled in sinister embrace, have inspired terror in the hearts of creatures far more durable than you, old man. Bound together as they are, I can only imagine what they could do to your soul's fragile shell.
Raziel, I beg you to stay your hand. This was none of my doing. I have sought only to aid you in your righteous quest.
Why, you're trembling, Mobius. Has your confidence abandoned you? You seem to have made a fatal error by leaving your precious staff behind. Is that where all your courage comes from?
Listen to me, Raziel. You don't know what you're doing. I have taken an enormous risk by appearing here before you, so defenseless, yet eager to prove my good intentions. If there's anything left of the Seraphim in you, you won't do this. While you threaten me, your true enemy eludes you.
Don't concern yourself with Kain, old man. He'll join you in hell soon enough. As you said, death comes for us all.
Yes, the wheel of fate demands it.
What did you say?
The wheel of fate. The inexorable cycle of death and rebirth to which all men are compelled. We serve the same God, Raziel. To strike me down would be striking God's own attendant. And I don't believe even you would take that risk.
I tire of your games, Mobius. Now that I know you fear me, I needn't concern myself with you. Kain is waiting for me.
Go then, Raziel. Seek Kain out and destroy him in the name of the one God we both serve. You, who were once a Seraphim priest, murdered, profaned, destroyed, and reborn again from his mercy. You are now most powerfully equipped to be his agent, his instrument of restoration and retribution.
My own vengeance is motivation enough.
By my soul, you almost had me, my little blue assassin. But that'll be the one and only chance you get. I assure you of that.
I could now summon the blade at will, regardless of my strength. But once summoned, the blade's ravenous appetite could not be contained. It devoured the souls of its victims, and if I allowed it to become over-aroused, the Reaver would now turn its hunger on me. So this was the legendary Janos Ordrin, reputed to have been the most ancient and diabolical vampire to have ever existed. According to folklore, he lived high in the cliffs of Nosgoth's northern mountains and preyed mercilessly on the defenseless villagers below. His reign of terror ended when the Seraphim finally hunted him down and tore his throbbing heart from his still-living body. This relic came to be known as the Heart of Darkness, and was supposedly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife. The Seraphim therefore guarded it carefully, lest the heart fall into the hands of their enemies. But I wondered, could Janos Ordrin truly have been as monstrous as depicted here? Or was this merely artistic license by the Seraphim, who sought to lionize themselves by demonizing their darkest enemy?
Artistic expression used for propaganda. No. Well, I mean, the Heart of Darkness is important in the first game. Kain says it a lot if you die. Now, we have the Soul Reaver that's been enhanced. It's the same Soul Reaver, it's just if you get hit, you don't lose it. But you can activate it in the menu there if you so wish, or you just double tap the circle button or B button on Xbox, I suppose, to deactivate it or activate it. My health went down to diddly squat. The Reaver will not disappear if you get hit, as I said. But if you're attacking enemies with the Soul Reaver, that little bar goes up and up and up, and then it will start. First off, it will devour the souls of everyone it touches, and then it will start eating away at your soul. so it's greedy, and then there's that little lightning bolt that appears as well. Also, Mobius has huge hands. It's not bothered me, but it's just something of note that like his hands are massive.
Strange how my history came full circle. This chapel, I realized, was a memorial to my former Sarafan brethren and myself. All of us martyred here, and then so cruelly profaned by Kain when he imposed his gift on our noble corpses. For the first time, I beheld the image of my Sarafan self, memorialized here among my fallen comrades. It tortured me to see how noble and pure I had been, and what a vile phantasm I had become, and a profound sense of injury, of loss and betrayal welled up in me, so overwhelming I could barely contain it. All I wanted at this moment was to find Kain and destroy him.
They dropped from a ridiculous height. Ooh, I wonder if you can block with the Soul Reaver. That's interesting. Well, not when she's just that kind of attack. Come on. Right. Yes, my brothers. Okaya. Weak. Duma, the beast, even in his artwork here, his memorial, he has like a demon behind him. So he apparently fought like a demon. Zephon, still kind of insectoid. Raziel, like Chad. Terrell, the noble, the beautiful, the pure. Secondborn though, eluded my vengeance. And then Rahab, Seahorse Man. Something fishy about that guy. Anyways, let's continue onwards. Ha 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 ha. Fishy jokes. I love how like the Reaver lights up the environment as well. I love that little detail. Let's get out of this southern stronghold. With its massive doors and massive hallways, it must be freezing in here. How big that door is.
I emerged, and for the first time beheld Nosgoth in its former glory. The land overflowed with abundant life and vitality, and I knew with certainty then that the world I had left behind was nothing more than the corpse of Nosgoth, a lifeless husk bled dry by the corruption of Kain's parasitic empire. This was the fragile world Kain sacrificed to preserve his own petty life and ambition, heedless of the profound cost. The sight only deepened my resolve. I sensed that the pillars lay to the northwest. If Kain truly waited to confront me there, I would not disappoint him.
These are quite a few vampire heads. Well, like the Sarafan of old, Mobius's crusade with his vampire hunters is also quite successful. At this point, I mean, Raziel, I guess he's still partially a vampire with his appearance, but he's something else entirely. He's a wraith. But Kain is technically the last vampire in existence, because the vampires that we left at the end of Soul Reaver 1, I mean, nothing's actually outright said what happened to them. Maybe the humans got the Silent Cathedral to work and blasted them with that deadly hymn that killed them all. But for all purposes, they're long gone. They're all dead now. In that corrupt future. Now, as a child, I never noticed that door over there first off. So when you have to go back to this place later, I'm like, where the hell is it? Because I never saw it. But let's just have a little look-see at it, shall we? Because it looks like a very unique landmark. So.
I did not yet possess the means to unlock this barrier, but this enigmatic symbol was clearly the key.
2 circles, one eclipsing the other. Oh, it did not like that. Do you remember that Call of Duty Ghosts game that said they had AI fish? Fish swim away when you get near them in this game. And it's from 2001, so Soul Reaver beats it by a long stretch.
As I passed this arcane landmark, a wisp of the Reaver's energy was drawn into the ring, illuminating it. This created a beacon of sorts in the spirit world. If ever I found myself depleted in the spectral realm and my soul tossed on the ethereal winds, these beacons would draw me back to safety and restore me.
Fancy way of saying checkpoints. This is the Sarafan Lake. Now, when I said this game's linear, well, you figure it out.
These ancient obelisks were mysteriously attuned to my spiritual essence. By simply touching the symbol, I could safely preserve an imprint of my soul, and thus create a milestone to which I could return when weary, and from which I could resume my journey.
Why not? They're basically kind of like the blood pillar things from Blood Omen 1, essentially, but it's Raziel's version of a save point, because yes, you can't save at any point in this game. Got to mention that. That's a very unique symbol right there.
While I had only just escaped the stronghold, I sensed that in time my journey would return me full circle to this place. Infiltrating the fortress, however, would be no small feat. The balcony that had provided my escape was now well beyond my reach, leaving this massive gateway as the only means of entry. The gates were sealed, but like the time-streaming chamber I had seen earlier, their operation was undoubtedly linked to that odd crystal mounted above the entrance.
Right, okay. So, as he said, he feels like he'll be brought back to this place in time. So, the game is kind of like, it's not essentially a straight line, but it is a lot of like going backwards and forwards in the game world. So it kind of is kind of like a linear like line where you go up and down it. I personally like it quite a bit.
Prepare to die.
Ooh. You die instead. How about that? Ah, cannonball guy. Just has a cannonball launcher. It's kind of funny and cute. Also dynamic music, it's always good to hear. So when you're in combat scenarios, it gets more combaty. And the more kills you get the Soul Reaver, it starts gobbling up souls, and it's getting very powerful. But if you let it become, as Raziel puts, over-aroused, start eating away at your health, as you can see. Ooh, those crows just disappeared. Interesting, huh? Very interesting. Blah, 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 blah. Ooh, magic crows. Whoa, a very malnourished dog. Give me your doggy soul. It had to be done.
The scourge is upon us!
Very unique landmarks.
Taste my blade, vampire!
Yeah, so this is technically the earliest in the timeline. No, there was Vorador attacking the circle. That was the earliest bit that we've seen in the timeline. Alright, dog. Me and you. Hey. There. I eat your soul up. Ah, yes. Torches. Oh, classic Soul Reaver 1-ish. But there's no vampires in this game to, like, kill and burn.
Seize him!
Go on then.
These vampires had nothing in common with the deranged jackals I left behind in Kain's derelict empire. They seemed to retain much of their former humanity. In this era, vampires were clearly not the uncontested predators we had been. These creatures were hunted mercilessly and oppressed. And while I still believed that vampirism was a plague and had to be wiped out, there was nothing noble or righteous in this crusade. This was simply ruthless persecution.
Oh, hello, doggy.
Taste my blade, vampire!
You let me taste it, alright.
Get it!
Come here. Right. Let's pass through that big iron gate.
The pillars of Nosgoth, pristine, whole, and uncorrupted. I had never beheld them in this undefiled state, yet something profound and indelible resonated within me at the sight. And there, waiting at the very heart of the pillars, was the canker that was destined to destroy them.
I know you're there, Raziel.
Mobius led me to you, Kain, though I might have guessed you'd meet me here.
And if Mobius told you I was hidden on the underside of hell, would you throw yourself into oblivion to pursue me? Mobius trawls for the ignorant and unwary, hauling his gasping prey from the streams of their destinies. Stay out of his net, Raziel.
Spare me your elaborate metaphors, Kain. I have pursued you here for one purpose. You will pay for your betrayal, and balance will thus be restored to Nosgoth.
And whose will is satisfied then? The will of Raziel or Mobius?
Would I be better manipulated by you, Kain? Now, turn and face me. The chase is over.
This isn't a chase, Raziel. We are merely passengers on the wheel of destiny, describing a perfect circle to this point. We've been brought here for a reason. I've seen the beginning and the end of our story, however, and the tale is crude and ill-conceived. We must rewrite the ending of it. You and I.
Face me, Kain. Even you shouldn't die a coward's death.
Isn't it customary to grant the condemned a final request?
I recall no such courtesy from you.
Indulge me, Raziel. All I ask is that you listen. This is the sublime moment of our undoing, Raziel. The ineffable fulcrum upon which swings the entirety of our history. This is where all of Nosgoth is betrayed. In this instant, Ariel, the Balance Guardian, is murdered by dark forces bent on overthrowing the Pillars. Her spirit is just now tearing free, lost in the ether, trying to find its way here. You have already seen how she comes to haunt these Pillars.
Bound here by your refusal to die. You are the reason this land becomes diseased. As long as you remain alive, you condemn Nosgoth to an eternity of decay.
Be still, Raziel. See this. As Ariel dies, I am being born to take her place as Balance Guardian. Such is my destiny.
My God.
At the moment of my first cry, Ariel's beloved, the Guardian Nutraptor, finds her corpse. Racked with grief and tormented by suspicions of treachery, Nutraptor plunges into a madness which overflows and infects all of the Guardians who are symbiotically bound, including me. The repercussions of Ariel's assassination were expertly calculated. The entire circle descends into madness, and I am tainted at the moment of my birth, instantly rendered incapable of fulfilling the role destiny has prepared for me.
Shall I show you the same mercy you showed the rest of the circle, then? You blithely murdered them to restore their pillars, yet your hand faltered when it came to the final sacrifice. What makes you exempt, Kain? You're merely the last man standing. Why condemn me for simply carrying out what you hadn't the courage to do yourself?
Let's drop the moral posturing, shall we? We both know there's no altruism in this pursuit. Your reckless indignation led you here. I counted on it. There's no shame in it, Raziel. Revenge is motivation enough. At least it's honest. Hate me, but do it honestly. 30 years hence, I am presented with a dilemma. Let's call it a two-sided coin. If the coin falls one way, I sacrifice myself and thus restore the Pillars. But as the last surviving vampire in Nosgoth, this would mean the annihilation of our species. Mobius made sure of that. If the coin lands on the reverse, I refuse the sacrifice and thus doom the Pillars to an eternity of collapse. Either way, the game is rigged.
We agree, then, that the pillars are crucial and must be restored.
Yes, Raziel. And that's why we've come full circle to this place.
So after all this, you make my case for me. To end this stalemate, you must die so that new Guardians can be born.
The Pillars don't belong to them, Raziel. They belong to us.
Your arrogance is boundless, Kain.
There's a third option. A monumental secret hidden in your very presence here. But it's a secret you have to discover for yourself. Unearth your destiny, Raziel. It's all laid out for you here.
You said it yourself, Kain. There are only two sides to your coin.
Apparently so. But suppose you throw a coin enough times. Suppose one day it lands on its edge.
Whoa. Okay. Well, that was quite good, don't you reckon? That's still quite a good cutscene. That's something about this series that I love. It will constantly, with like the Soul Reaver games and Defiance, it recontextualizes like the events of Blood Omen 1, especially, and just the lore of like the world. Because like Nosgoth, even though you only see a small part of it, it's like a rich lore to like this like little universe that they created over at Crystal Dynamics. You guys enjoy the show? Alright, let's continue onwards.
I didn't know what impulse stayed my hand, why I had so willingly allowed Kain to escape me when I had pursued him for so long. I had no reason to trust Kain after he had valued me so little, and yet I found myself intrigued by his words. I had been too cruelly used to so gullibly play his pawn, but if this world truly had secrets to divulge, I was determined to expose them.
Alright, let's expose them. So we went from the kind of like revenge plot to kind of discovery, and here they are, the Shluah. They are here in Soul Reaver 2 as well. This is a quick one. The Reaver does not charge up in the Spectral Realm, as you can see. So fair not on that front. Hey! Now I'll eat you. Okay.
From the moment of my arrival, I had the constant and palpable sensation of being watched. Someone, it seemed, was keenly interested in my presence here.
Ravens. Okay. Let's continue.
From the look of it, this door had been sealed for centuries. I began to realize it was no mere coincidence that I found myself standing here, beneath this winged figure with blue skin and cloven hands so like my own, and bearing this unique key. And so it was with a sense of gravity and trepidation that I unsealed that ancient door and crossed the threshold.
Now, a quick note that, well, there's a little shadowy guy in the background, but that kind of like spiral effect with the Reaver, with the door and the sound, the chant, that always freaked me out when I was a kid. And here they are, the shades. I guess they could have been Soul Reaver. Not Soul Reaver, Blood Omen. They have this projectile thing. Get off it. We're going to find out who their master is pretty soon, I think. So I think they are kind of like the Material Realm agents of a certain entity. So you might be able to hear them in the background saying like, Raziel, you know. Right. Ooh, the Underchamber.
As I entered the chamber, I sensed that it had been sealed for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years. And while this room was clearly built when the pillars were erected, I knew that no human hand could have shaped this place. and that perhaps it had never been seen by human eyes. The surrounding murals depicted a winged race, their features so like my own, but beautiful, where mine were grotesque, and angelic, while mine were demonic. I tried to decipher these images. A great war, but with combatants like none I had ever seen. The pillars, raised by this winged race, who thus defeated their adversaries. The winged beings again, writhing in agony, apparently afflicted with the same bloodthirst I had so recently suffered. And throughout the chamber, inscribed everywhere, images of the Reaver itself. Was this what Kain had urged me to discover? I wondered.
Lies, Raziel. Do not be deceived.
Ah, my ancient benefactor. And I dared to hope we had parted ways forever. Your silence was refreshing while it lasted. No doubt you have a conveniently inexpressible reason for your presence here.
Do not be insolent, Raziel. I am eternally present here and everywhere, now and always. I am the still center of the turning wheel, the hub of this world's destiny.
But perhaps not so omnipotent as you'd have me believe. Your hold on me appears to be tenuous. I no longer seem to need you. Yet I'm guessing you still need me.
This impudence is unworthy of you, Raziel. Do not forget that you have a task to fulfill here. You are indebted to me.
Indebted? You would have me show gratitude for a gift I didn't ask to be bestowed. Do you forget that you forced me to inhabit this vile carcass?
I restored you to yourself, Raziel. It was Kain who destroyed you. The very enemy you've just let slip through your grasp. Do not fail me, my servant.
I serve no one. Not you, not Kain, and not your lackey Mobius.
Mobius is my good servant. I have many.
And if I tell Mobius that he's worshipping a giant squid, do you think his faith will falter?
You have grown willful, Raziel. But beware. To embrace a serpent is to invite poison into your heart. Kain is a sinuous beast. He will seduce and deceive you. You pride yourself on your free will, yet you let that degenerate deter your resolve.
I harbor no illusions about his integrity, nor anyone else's. In fact, I am beset by manipulation on all sides. I merely seek the truth.
These are the fathomless truths, Raziel. The agony of birth and death and rebirth. This is the wheel of fate, the purifying cycle which sustains all life. Vampires are an abomination, a plague which leeches this land of its spiritual strength. They obstruct the flow of life and death. Their souls stagnate in their wretched corpses. But the wheel must turn. Death is inexorable and cannot be denied. Your destiny is irresistible, Raziel. You are my Soul Reaver, the scourge of the vampires, reaper of their apostate souls. Remain steadfast, end the vampire's parasitic curse, and restore Nosgoth. Kain's blood belongs on your hands.
Kain indeed deserves to die for condemning me to this repugnant form, but if and when I kill him, it will be for me alone to decide.
Kain destroyed you without a flicker of remorse. He tore the soul from your noble corpse, and after you had served him faithfully for 1,000 years, he discarded you in the abyss on a jealous whim. Remember your rage, Raziel. Let it guide your hand.
Okay. There's a save point behind there, but these murals are pretty interesting, aren't they? another kind of winged race fighting what seems to be other winged creatures with blue skin like Raziel's. The pillars being raised, which seems to banish them. They kill the cow or something like that, and then the Reaver basically looking like a holy relic almost. Now, these symbols are pretty interesting, aren't they? They might mean something. Hey look, it's that, like, those two circles, one eclipsing the other. And yeah, we have Tony J back as the Elder God, and it's actually shown in this one that he is, well, I mean, like, you can see it in the textures of the first game, but it's a little bit more obvious in this one that he is like a giant squid-like creature. I like the fact that they gave him eyes as well.
You would be wise to heed me, Raziel.
Yeah, I would, wouldn't I? But yeah, it's very, very more defined in this one that he is squid-like with like tentacle arms. Still have that weird kind of like texture with the walls and stuff like that, but in the Soul Reaver one, I think it was a little bit less defined. Whereas this one, it's very clear. Like, he is this giant mass of like tentacle arms and eyeballs. It's great. I love it. Anywho, let's go this way. Considering that the map is just that like JPEG screen, it doesn't really tell you much, but there again, at least you have that in this one. The original Soul Reaver game didn't have a map. Age of Defiance, they don't really have maps, these games. They've been added later for these remastered versions. Now these shades, I don't know if they are, but I always presume that they're like little subservients to the big boy, the Elder God. Might be completely wrong in that trail of thought, but something that I always thought. And yes, I played this game to death, so I know where I'm going when it comes to like these caves and like the like late parts in the game, what's around the corner, you know, I just know it. It's kind of like, say, something like the Resident Evil Mansion. It's kind of like almost like imprinted into me. I just kind of like know, oh, we have to go here, here, and here. But I don't know why I went round like that. I could have just gone straight up. Oh well, we're going straight up right now. Ooh, this is a different location, isn't it?
I surfaced into a very different landscape. The daylight barely penetrated the dense canopy of this forest. Here I discovered an ancient ruin, unmistakably one of Mobius's time-streaming chambers, but long ago sealed and abandoned to the encroaching swamp. I didn't currently possess the means to break this seal, but I thought in time that I might.
Look at that. Skull with the green flames. It's part of the Ignis Factuous. So this seems like it's part of the Termagant Forest, which is swamp-like, as you can see. Oh, so swamp-like that like I lost my torch. Come over here. Hey! Don't call me fiend. That's not very nice, is it? Alright, stay out the mucky swamp. Got it. Ooh, door.
So, my lurking observer was exposed. The creature vanished when he realized he was discovered, but I caught a glimpse of him, and his features were distinctive enough. This was the vampire Vorador, the monstrous assassin depicted in the stronghold. Strange that a creature brazen enough to assault the circle single-handedly would avoid confronting me. Very well. If Vorador would not come to me, I would go to him. But first I needed to find some means of reaching that terrace.
Ooh, Vorador. It's lurking about in the swamps. It's probably curious about who's this blue guy that's just shown up. Fools left, right and centre here. Well, the Reaver's eating them up because it's greedy. Doesn't want to leave me any. Frog! Dog! Man.
To arms!
Who's totally Michael Bell there?
There appeared to be a passage here, leading northward into the mountains. The opening, however, was obstructed and too high for me to reach. Perhaps later I would find the means to bypass these obstacles.
Yes, perhaps, yes. On guard.
Taste my blade, vampire!
I'm at you.
Prepare to die.
Well, you died instead. Oh, faster climber. I'm not too sure about shimmying. Oh, hello. I don't want to leave him alive, so... Oh. Son of a bitch. Alright. You burn. Vorador, I'm up at the terrace. Where are you?
My lurking friend was nowhere to be seen, but I found these ruins even more intriguing. I recognized these arcane symbols from the chamber beneath the pillars, and realized that this shrine too was sealed to all but the bearer of the Reaver.
Hey! Bearer of the Reaver, that's me! Well, if it's a shrine, let's check it out. There's a vampire thrall, they're called. He's right down there. The TK blast, even the Reaver in this one, is kind of nice movement. He just decided to, like, I'm getting out of this guy's range. The TK blast is useless in this game. It's only good for, like, puzzle solving, but for combat, no. Yeah, I really do like the look of the Reaver in this game as well. I understand that some people don't, but I do. Give me that soul, I want it. The Slewer, these guys, I guess they're also kind of creatures of the Elder God. Because I'm one of his agents, I'm pretty sure it's been said that, like, he has servants, and he eats the souls. So those things eat souls as well. So they're probably. Oh no! He said the scavengers, lost scavengers of the underworld. They still serve a purpose. They eat souls of the dead that feed the Elder God in general, even though they might not be directly subservient to the Elder God. He has other agents in Spectral Realm that we'll see in the next game. Oh. Hey. Three of them now. There we go, got you like that. To kill you, because he has a kind of unique kind of kill animation. So this, oh, that's beautiful. He disintegrates like the vampires in the first game, but these guys, they're not vampires, they're thralls, so ancient dead that have been like enslaved. And they're kind of like guardians in their own right of this shrine. Not doing a good job of it though, are they? Burn away. Kind of shimmy sideways a little bit faster, I'd say.
Throughout this ancient shrine, murals depicted the winged race and the apocalyptic war against their mysterious and equally inhuman adversaries. These winged beings, it seemed, were not only the architects of the pillars, but of this enigmatic place as well. And just as in the Pillar's chamber, this shrine was adorned throughout with imagery of the Reaver, depicted with the reverence of a holy icon.
Not just an artifact, but a holy icon as well. Okay, two ancient races in battle. Winged one, and then those kind of greyish ones, both equally unhuman. Now this guy is like it's like a mage. So he'll spit. Well, I'm not so sure about a mage, but he spits at you. Yeah, he dies just like the rest though. What's that? Okay, I know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna get to it. There's a bigger slough down here, like the bull. This is your standard one that you had in Soul Reaver 1. And then there's that big guy over there, the big boy. Hey, big. As you can see, big. Yes, you can attack downwards. I never knew you could do that, by the way, until like recently. Come on, big boy. Alright, they're just spawning in, so let's get out of here. Interesting. You can't pick that up. Ooh. You know what? I'll get rid of you. Oh, it burns! Because the Reaver's starting to eat me. Where do you go? There you are. I can hardly actually smack him away, you know. Yes, come on. There we go. Launched him. Die. I've got all my brother's abilities, apart from Dumas and Terrell. Well, I killed the Trillin and kind of got an artifact that kind of did the same thing with TK blasts. Rahab gave me the ability to swim, Zephon the ability to climb, Malkai the ability to face through gates, and Dumar his good looks, his personality, his demon strength, I suppose. Yeah, the constrict ability was kind of, kind of naff, wasn't it? It was kind of nothing. Useful for one puzzle bit at the end of the first game, but nothing else. You could technically use it on enemies, but nah. How about you forget about using that constrict on enemies? But, you know, nothing to worry about. The game's kind of a way of changing bits up. So something that I didn't mention in the last one. I was mentioning that like things kind of annoy me when like they change little bits of continuity. So Raziel can't actually climb in the Spectral Realm, but in the next game he can. And the Reaver as well, the fact that if you use it a lot, the standard Soul Reaver here, it will drain his health. They kind of get rid of that as well in the next game. They just let it be all kind of just combat. Yeah, the next game's a bit more combat heavy focused, whereas this one, combat is optional. You don't really need to do it, apart from a few select points. It's mainly like traversal and light puzzle solving. I say light, that puzzle right there took me weeks to find out. By weeks, it's probably like 5 days, but that was still a lot, you know? Coming back from school every day to put on Soul Reaver 2 and then be like, what the hell do I do here? I actually managed to, like, really quickly jump on one of these things and actually kind of make this jump. I think it's like supposed to be like an impossible jump, but I've actually done it like 2 or 3 times, and that's how I got this disc, this gold plate here, the first time round, because I did not know how to do the other puzzle in the previous room, which I've done now because I just know this game inside out at this point. With plates like this, do not drop them, because if you drop them, you can't just pick them back up again. They respawn at the place that they originate from, so you have to go all the way back to get it again. So just keep it with your input in its designated place. Just like that. That's a moon. The moon of Nosgoth. They'll use the term Earth as well, you know, in this game. Like the Earth has been corrupted, but like it's basically just Nosgoth. It's like in fantasies, or fantasy is a good way of putting it. I was going to say sci-fi. This isn't a sci-fi. This is a fantasy series. Like say Game of Thrones, like highly popular book and TV show. Great books actually. But the TV show, for example, like they're in a mythical world of Westeros. Everyone speaks English, you know? It's just one of those things. There's certain things that you just have to like suspend your disbelief. And they mention like if the pillars are corrupted, it'll poison the earth, you know, stuff like that. It's like, yeah, whatever. You can get away with like a few little lines here and there. That's you done for. I'm just gonna go around the side and kill his little friend as well, because I want to. You get an achievement / trophy for killing enemies in this game with every optional weapon, so torches, staffs, you know, everything that's unique. This little blade that's been snapped, because it's supposed to be a lot bigger, I imagine. I think you're going, yeah. I think that's all lined up. Ooh, it's like a shadow bridge. That sound effect freaks me out. Let's just push it twice, and then this shrine is done. Okay, let's check out what's down there, shall we? What is it?
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
I've got the Dark Reaver and a health boost.
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
Okay, I actually do like the fonts, but another slight spoiler for the next game. The Reaver enhancements are permanent in the next one. In this one, they're not. So if I was to go back to the Spectral Realm and materialize back, I'll just have like the standard Material Reaver. I won't have this one, so I'd have to go over here to get it.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognized this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Yeah, as you can tell, with these games, this one in particular, there's a lot of chat. So if you're not into that kind of thing, I don't think this series would be for you. But for me, I love it. I love the dialogue and everything, the story, everything about this game. And yeah, when Raziel mentioned, oh, I noticed a shrine like that by the Sarafan Lake, by the stronghold, I was perplexed. You can see it on like there's like that little thing there that hints like go here, and Lightforge, spoilers, it tells you exactly what it is. Well, it's gonna be the Light Reaver. I was like, where is it? I don't recall seeing that at the lake, but I know where it is, and I'm gonna find it this time round, obviously, because I've played this so many times.
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction, or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Seraphan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Seraphan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the Pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
Oh, the dialogue is so meaty. I love it. So, it's went from a simple kind of like, very basic, you know, Kain bad, I want revenge storyline, to a story of self-discovery. And that's something I really love about it, you know? It's not all just revenge, revenge, revenge. Ooh, come here. Get back into the drink. Die. So Raziel has a new goal. I mean, as he said to the Elder God, it's up to him where and when he will kill Kain, because he still wants to do that. Because well, just look at him, he's got completely destroyed by him. But right now he's just curious about all these like depictions of this winged race and like the Reaver, the pillars, all that stuff. He wants to know more about the history of Nosgoth, essentially. So it is a tale of like not just revenge but discovery as well, and I think that's just fantastic. I also think that the game will end with rainbows and puppies and everyone will be happy. Nothing bad will ever happen. Nah, just kidding. It's like a Shakespearean kind of like tragedy. Bad things will happen before good things. Hey! I hit you, you don't hit me. Oh, again. I hit you, you don't hit me. That's how this arrangement works. The big boy. Maybe you have things to say to me. Undoubtedly.
Ah, my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Alright, so this is where the kind of like main criticism comes into play. It's the linearity of the world, I suppose. Because we're just going straight back to the start point. But there's a reason for all this, like, obviously it's not just because of, like, story stuff, it's like, it's literally because we have to, well, it is story stuff. Yes, I'll admit, it's very linear. I like it, though. I have good taste. Trust me. I say that, I've played games like Duke Nukem Forever, and I unironically enjoy that game. But I can definitely see, like, don't get me wrong, games like that are pieces of dog shit. This isn't, it's just, for some people, it might not gel with them, and it's a very, very niche game, this, I think. Like, Tomb Raider, it's got mass appeal. Like, it can apply to, like, a lot of different gamers. Something like this, you have to be in the mood for it, I suppose. It's a time and place for games like Soul Reaver. There's always a time and place for Soul Reaver 2 in my heart, baby. And they've not been so subtly hinting at, like, hinting wink wink, talking about time a lot. That's some view. We need some health. Butler!
Here it comes.
There's like 3 of them.
Here it comes.
Okay.
Taste my blade, vampire.
Oh, don't worry, I am. Don't hit me in the back.
Prepare to die.
Alright, dog. I need a little doggy soul. I love that sound effect. That would have been someone who had to go, like, some voice actor would have to go to make that, like, dying dog sound. Everyone has a go at, like, The Last of Us Part 2 because, oh, you have to kill dogs in the game. It's like, well, yeah, in that kind of world, they would use dogs as attack dogs, you know. Whereas in Soul Reaver 2, no one complains about the dog killing in Soul Reaver 2, do they? Of course! Naughty Dog gets all the praise, all the time. Look at this. It's totally terrible. Someone should make an article complaining about the fact that Soul Reaver 2 you can kill the dogs, so it's not a good game anymore. On the record, I really love The Last of Us Part 2. It's just as good as the first game.
Get it!
Maybe even a little bit better. Nah, in the Last of Us series, the first game's better, but they're both like solid. You know what? This is a max who plays first. The Last of Us Part 1, Part 2, 10 out of 10s. This is 11 out of 10, okay? Don't tell anyone.
Seize him!
It's just between me and you. I will be getting around to playing like all these other games as well, I swear. It's just gonna take me a little bit of time, okay? Just a little bit of time. A little bit of time. Ooh, he was charging up an attack. But he's too slow. I'm charging my Reaver. Because the more higher charge it is, the more it kills things quick. But obviously, if it becomes over-aroused, I'll start eating away at my health, my own soul.
Here it comes.
There's one!
Oh, I almost got in a drink. Almost. Look at his leg. So his leg was going crazy. Now, if you get him over here, you can just. No, what? Oh man, I was trying to throw you into the drink. Oh, whatever, just die. You can knock them into the drink, and they can't swim, obviously, because... Well, have you seen swimming baths in this world? No one's trained them how to swim. The only one who can chronologically swim is Rahab, okay? Right, this is going to be a bit different. I'm going to be playing this game in three segments, but it's very, very specific segments. So I'll probably be done before the 3 hour mark this record session. But essentially this next shrine that I'm doing right now is like the last major big bit that I'm doing for session 1. But Soul Reaver 2 I am going to be completing it in like 3 runs, essentially. I imagine this is going to be the largest chunk, and that was a pretty good kill that I just got right there. That double kill.
These murals left no room for doubt. These winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
Yes, the Dark Bridge. It's on a time limit, you can't just wait around on that one, you do have to be a bit quick. Hello boys, come over here. Okay. This is a very unique weapon. Knocked him in half. It's got a unique kind of like attack animation with it as well, which I do love. Hey, hold my axe. Oh, that's a bit kind of glitchy. Okay, the Light Forge. So we need some kind of artifact to go into that indent in that statue there. That's bowing. Yeah, I nicked the soul before you eat it. It's my soul suck ability is more powerful than yours. Yeah, the Slua, they're okay, but I'm just gonna basically ignore them from now on. Maybe I'll kill the big boy. Come here, big boy. Come on here, big boy. Here, big boy. Can't stop my feet though, can you? It's like a evolved one, I suppose you could say. There's that thing. Oh my god! He got disintegrated. Now, the thing about this is, the symbol on the ground kind of gives you a bit of a hint of what you need to do, but I get a bit forward, it's gonna like Eye of Sauron destroy me. So let's try not to get Eye of Sauron today. that's a bit brutal, wasn't it? Shoot again. Yeah. You're definitely kind of vampiric. But not quite. It's like it wants to show you that guy's body burning, almost, you know? Right. You don't cast a shadow if you're just there. It's kind of funny. Let's go after the unique one. Well, I got both of them. Now if I drop this, I'll just put it down. I think I might have to do that fight again in that room. Good for me, I know where to put it. Let's get this into position. Boys. Can't dodge forever. Maybe you can. Nah. It is kind of funny how much I'm killing because I am not required to kill any of these. I can just literally go past them, but a bit of flair, you know, a bit of style. Yeah, burn away. I'm gonna have to kill one of these guys. He's right behind me. Hey, he pushed me through the gate though. Did you just take? Come here. Your soul is mine. My little blue butt. I love that little blue butt of Raziel's. Raziel is like the focal character of Soul Reaver 1 and 2. And he's a major presence in Defiance as well, don't get me wrong. But great character. It is the Legacy of Kain though, so, you know, Kain is the big boy as well in the series. Yes. Oh, this mage. Oh, give me your soul. Hey. Stop that. One of the neat things, and this is like one of the only compliments I'm going to give Ascendants, but like it introduced those guys. They weren't too half bad, you know, the design. AI in the combat was fine. It was just like, it was neat to see that they added in these characters into that game. Those enemy designs. Oh, that's not on. You hitting me with that? Nah. Your turn. Let's pull this out before anything else. To kill them, to get the forge. Even locking the gates. I'm going on an adventure. Yeah, okay, all I'm doing is just open the doors. We only have to open them once. Yes, bow to me. Ultimate dodger. Get back over there. I love that. You just rip him in half. Okay, that's one of two. Then we go back up here because we have the Dark Reaver now. We're pretty chill. It's pretty easy. Smooth sailing. This guy fucked up. Ooh! You messed up. Spent like thousands of years, maybe even hundreds of thousands of years, just preparing for a fight for intruders, and then he just sees Raziel coming straight at him with the Soul Reaver. He's like, ah, shit. Right. Concentrate on the head honcho. The other guys disappear. Right, we have to make this jump. Because if you don't, you have to do that entire section again. Okay, the gate's open. We've got the Dark Reaver. It's quite simple. All we have to do is get the star, put it in the indent and that bowing statue. But as a child, it took me a long time to figure this stuff out because I wasn't using, you know, any form of like guide or anything like that. I was just kind of doing it all by myself. As you're supposed to, you know. You're not really supposed to look at like a ton of guides or anything like that. What's that? There's a guy who's running down. Oh, he's kind of facing it out of existence. His two buddies are just watching. It's your turns. Okay. Ah, yes. Unique swords. Die like all the other vampires. Now, I don't think it told you that in like the original game, like blind the eye with the Dark Reaver projectile. I believe in the original it didn't tell you, it didn't give you a hint. The eye won't kill you whilst you're holding like this artifact. I think if you don't kill these guys when you're running down this hallway, they pop up and then drop back down because they're not allowed to attack you whilst you're holding like a key item enemies. So it's funny, they kind of do a bit of like a prairie dog kind of thing, like gophers, like they pop out the hole and then like go straight back into that hole. If you haven't slaughtered them like I have, because I slaughter a lot, as you might be able to tell.
plunged the Reaver into the forge and imbued the blade with the elemental power of light. Thus armed, I now had the means to re-enter the stronghold and finally use Mobius's time-streaming device to accomplish my own ends.
Ooh. We're gonna go for the time-stream device. Janos died 5 centuries ago. We must find this Janos Ordran. The last of the ancients, as Farador called them, and his creator. So Farador's papa. My feeling is Farador might not have been too happy when the Sarafan killed them. Maybe he might have even went and like maybe become the Scourge of the Circle because of that. Right, so there you have it. With the Light Reaver you can shoot those crystals. So we have a kind of way back into the Sarafan stronghold. We have a goal that's not just revenge. AI fish. In our Call of Duty game, fish swim out the way when you go towards them. 2001, mate. Right, so I'm literally just going to go back to the first save point because that's it. That's all I'm doing for today. There's a specific reason for that. I'm going to keep it to like just 3 playthroughs, 3 episodes of this one because, you know, it's a good chunk. It's very, very dialogue heavy, the second game. When I say second game, I mean Soul Reaver 2. I know it's kind of like technically like, what, the 3rd game in the series? But yeah, you get what I mean. The last one that is not Ascendance. This is where it gets all weird with what I'm saying. The last one that's not Ascendance but Defiance. The last game that matters. Let's put it that way. Defiance. That's wordy as well, but I feel like this is the heaviest in like dialogue. But that being said, there we go. I've saved. I'm going to continue on next time. So I have 2 more episodes of Soul Reaver 2. I do hope you have really been enjoying, and if you have, please do like and subscribe to the channel, as always. And I will be back next time with more of Soul Reaver 2, the remastered version here for PlayStation 5 that I'm playing it on. Right, until the next time, bye.